Sejo BBC said Cham tournament, a West Spell. Sejo, that was the second edition, which was 2011. It was Sudan. Was the first one, of course, we Cote d'Ivoire finals. Second edition was Sudan. Group stage in Group B, any frame, Sejo. Now you're Zimbabwe, any South Africa, any Nigeria, any group. Nina Eluzu 2-1 against South Africa. Labi comes in share that go my. You lose 1-0 against Nigeria, and I lose 1-0 against Zimbabwe. Sejo 2003 season, they can face a detail no money 54 points. That season, Kotoko had 75. Omudi first. Coach Abdul Razak, any management and Bantima Ebeje that league no Kotoko has 66 points. That was the season. Has and Luzu gamer. Winning 18, a draw 12. Omudi second. Kim Fesa Odi third in that year. 54 points. Sejo Shila Ilyasu, Germany 2006. About 4 games in from group stage to the round 16 now. Yeni Brazil boy Luziano. Your first game against Italy, Obemu in the second half. Yeah, best second half nothing or buy. But from the second game against Czech Republic, a third game against USA, and then the fourth game against Brazil, Nina or Chassis. So about 4 games Nina. And Sergio Carlo Ancelotti ni jogging club, almost Yada, Champions League, 6 times. So Bekai in 2013-2014 season, Wabra Real Madrid, Omokwai for doing the La Decima. Carlo Ancelotti at the quarterfinals. Real Madrid lost 2-0 in the Signal Iduna. And almost share Dortmund 3-0. Bernabeu. The Bernabeu didn't cost the first leg. No, Ama Real Madrid and jogging club was on the touchline for Dortmund at that time. And then Carlo Ancelotti was also on the touchline for Real Madrid. It's more quarterfinal. First leg, our Bernabeu 3-0, and a second leg, Signal Iduna. Almost say Shemu in the 2018-2019 season. So you know group stage. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Asia, Napoli. Then time na Carlo Ancelotti or Napoli. 1-0 in Italy for Napoli, and then 1-0 in Anfield for Liverpool. Almost say Shemu in the 2019-2020 season. And look draw Anfield and 1-0 for Napoli. So Kabuma jogging club and 2 wins, so 3 wins and 2 draws. So over the stats between those 2 coaches, in terms of the UEFA Champions League now. And no. So Joe BBC says started for Black Stars. Our first match of World Cup tournament. Your first match against Italy. Our first appearance. It was Germany 2006. Richard Kingston was imposed. John Prince was the right back. Emmanuel Adokwe Papu. Yenya John Mensah, and then Samuel Sekufo. Our partner at the back line. Yenya and this guy, midfield, no, Ricardo, and then Michael Essien, on board 6'8", Stephen Appiah, and then Suleiman Tari were on the touch line, or on the line, sidelines. Then Mathieu Amwa, and then Asamoah Gyan, and they lead the lines. No matter. That was the first game against Italy. Fast forward 4 years later against Serbia against South Africa. Serbia in South Africa. Our first game, Serbia share 1-0. Asamoah Gyan share penalty. No. That day, Richard Kingston started the post. John Pencil was on the right back. Hans Edu Sape and they were on the left back. And then Isaac Bossa and John Mensah, our partner at the center of defense. And then Tonianan and Kevin Prince Boateng and the guys in the middle. Prince Tego, Prince of Ghosts was on the right. Andre Dedeayu was on the left. And then Kujua Samoa played just behind Asamoah Gyan. That was South Africa 2010. 2014, your first game against USA, Luzu 2-1 against USA. That day, Adam Larson Kwarase and a post. Yenya Daniel Oparea or 2 and a Kujua Samoa bought 3. John Boy and Jonathan Mensah and a partner at the center of defense. Rabiu and then Suleiman Tari, Rabiu Mohammed and Suleiman Tari and a partner. Deep in midfield, Christian Achu, and then Dede Ayew were on the sidelines, and then Jordan Ayew playing just behind Asamoah Gyan. So you will be Kotoko finals 7 times. 1967 losing out against TP Mazembe. Said you are not a toss of coin also. No? But in that semi-finals, Kotoko share Joliba 1-1 Ewa Mali, 2-1 Ewa Ghana. Emma Kotoko Kwe. In 70 Kotoko Asia TP Mazembe no Kotoko show 2-1. But Ekoye goalless draw Ewa ha. Ebeye 1-1 Ewa Kruma. Ena Kotoko show 2-1. Near Malek Jaber any the late Abukari go na Mesheshe. Emma Omoko Shomu. Emma Kotoko Gienu. But in the semi-finals, Kotoko Shia Ismaili. Kotoko Bogoless draw Ena Ewo Egypt Ena Kotoko Shomu 2-0 Rukuma. In 1971, Kotoko Shia Kano Yaounde. And on a replay by no. So in the semi-finals, Kotoko, any Olympics, Agragre Olympics this year, Ekoye 1-1, 2-1 for Kotoko. In 1973, Kotoko lose against AS Vita, but in the semi-finals, they met Kenya Breweries of Kenya, 2-0 in Kumasi and then 2-1 away in Kenya, and so Ekoye 4-1 on aggregate. In 1982, Abra Kotoko lose against Nadia Lali in the finals. No, they met FC Saint Eloi Lupupu in the semi-finals. They 4-1 on aggregate. 2-1, 2-0. And then the penultimate one, which was 1983, the Kotoko winning against Nadia Lali. And in the semi-finals, they met ASC Jaraf from Senegal. They lost 2-1 and they won 2-0 here. And then the last final was against Zamalek, which was 1993. Near penalty, Kotoko. But Kotoko have to negotiate their semi-finals against Asec Mimosa, losing 3-1 and Kotoko show 2-0. Sejo Bibisa Michael Ballack, Sejo, on record, on one of the most unluckiest player within a season will lose 4 finals. Send me a text and send me in 2001-2002 season. Sejo, or lose the DFB Pokal 2-1 finals. Then playing for Bayer Leverkusen. The finals of the DFB Pokal against Schalke 04. They lost on the last day of the Bundesliga against Dortmund. Dortmund Beji Bundesliga. They lost against Real Madrid when Bayer Leverkusen were playing in the finals of the Champions League. And unfortunately for them, lastly, in that final game against Brazil, Japan, Korea, even though Sergio no one ball game, Ballack and ball game, no, but he was part of that German team. And ironically, on not share that winning goal, the 1-0 Germany share South Korea, they could do finals before losing out to Brazil. And Sergio one was calling that record in 2007-2008 season. Sergio against Tottenham Hotspur in the finals of the League Cup, Carling Cup. They lost 2-1. Then time now one day Ramos anyway, the coach of the Spurs team. Kaida Dimitar Berbatov was on target for Spurs. They lost again against Man United. The league, no, with Chelsea losing that against Man United. And Chelsea also lost against Man United at the Luzhniki Stadium. Over Kaida UEFA Champions League near John Terry. A penalty, no. And then the last one also in that European Cup of Nations tournament, I call so against Spain. Near Fernando Torres, a share Spain man, a share Germany man, 1-0. So say Joe Ballack na nesa equal on one record, no. Say player in a season, ni 4 finals are going na weluzu. And see that, say you intense. And I think these are my tips. Lastly, on the UEFA Europa Conference League, Sergio, it's a third competition that has been bought mostly for those Eastern European countries. And now more clubs are more now making meaningful impact in the 2 top European tier competitions. But first, near UEFA Champions League, you were UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, NSA UEFA Cup. Then now UEFA Cup was the 3rd tier. And a UEFA Cup Winners' Cup was the 2nd tier. So the winner of the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup and the winner of the Champions League, the Biamushia Super Cup. But ye abolish Cup Winners' Cup near Mabea only UEFA Nkwa. And as I say, the Conference League. So the winner of the Europa League, near UEFA Cup, a Tenebe Europa Conference League, a Europa League, no. The winner of Rangers and then Omon Babish Rangers and Frankfurt. And the winner of Liverpool and then Real Madrid Nebishia. Conference League, the Roman Feno de Bonnet, a 3rd tier, the Oberwin on Yaquine in Siakan at the UEFA Super Cup message.